I've got a problem with all the lights in the ceiling of my camper that are controlled by the switches here. Any of these three switches, I got nothing. The dinette light won't come on. The ceiling light, if I turn it on, nothing. It'll come on, but very, very dim. It tells me there's probably some sort of partial short or something. And even my porch light comes on very, very dim. So I need to figure out what's wrong. Okay, so first thing I want to check is the switches. What, buddy?
I want in my chair.
You want to come in here? Alright, come on in. Okay, so I've got my meter set to the diode check, which will check for continuity. Nothing. That switch is good. That switch is good too. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is check for voltage on the terminals here. Seven volts for the porch light. Zero volts for the ceiling light. Eleven and a half for the dinette, so I guess the dinette's got. Alright, so since I have voltage here at the dinette line, let's try the switch. So the switch is good. Then it should light up. No lights up there. Okay, so the voltage is good at the dinette switch, and the switch test is good. Now I need to turn my attention to up here. The filament's not broken on any of these bulbs, so I'm assuming it's not 4 bad bulbs at the same time. So let's see if I have voltage here. Absolutely nothing. Awesome. Well, this isn't the ghettoest thing I've seen. The ground wire is inline spliced, and then the hot wires for the 4 sockets wire nutted to a small jumper, which is then inline spliced to the hot lead. I need to redo this. It's ridiculous. Okay, so with the switch turned on, I get almost 12 volts here. So apparently this was fine And some of this wonky wiring is what was causing problems. Okay, so I just took the hot line straight to the hot leads and the ground line straight to the ground lead. Moment of truth. Nothing. I'm gonna try a new bulb. Alright, so since my voltage was kind of weak up there at the switches, and I tested and found out that the bulbs won't light up unless they have at the very least 12 volts, so that 11.5 was not enough. Decided to come down and check here where the supply voltage comes from, and the brown line is the one that feeds all of those switches over there. And then each of the different colored hot lines feed different parts of the camper. So I checked my fuse was good, and I had good voltage on this side of the fuse. I had weak voltage on this terminal here. So I pulled the fuse, cleaned the terminals, and put the fuse back. And you'll never guess what happened. Now all my switched lighting works. A much simpler fix than I thought it was going to be. Now all I got to do is finish cleaning that, and we'll be ready for a vacation.